And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Those are really lovely flowers you brought. I know Rachel's going to appreciate them very much.
Oh, thank you, Mac. I wanted to tell Vivian not to give them to her if she would rest.
You know, Vivian has become very sensitive to Rachel's needs lately. I know that might surprise you, but it's true.
I know her heart's in the right place.
She's just a little irrepressible at times, I think. Please, sit down.
Thank you. I'll only stay for 1 minute because I know that you must have a million things on your mind.
Yeah, I do, but it isn't good when people we like look in on us at times like this. Especially it's thoughtful of you. You have your own family problems.
Kid and Joey.
Yeah. I hope they iron things out soon. They're such a lovely young couple.
Yes, they are, Mac. I do, too. I completely understand the pain that Rachel is going through now, but, Mac, I know you must be suffering a great deal, too.
No, I'll be all right as long as Rachel's all right.
I know you will. I know that. I just wish that there's something that I could do for you. I know we haven't known each other very long, but I do consider you my friend, actually a very close and dear friend.
I'm glad you feel that way. I assure you the feeling's mutual.
I only wish I knew Rachel a little bit better so I could consider her my friend, too.
Oh, but I think she does regard you as her friend.
Yes, of course, and I'm very fond of her, too. It's just I think her pregnancy has kept us from getting to know each other and spending time together.
Yeah, that's true. She wasn't able to go to your dinner party a few weeks ago.
Well, I'm certainly going to have more dinner parties once this terrible investigation is over, but now I know I'm running late. I am. It's much later than I thought.
Are you sure? I was going to ask Vivian to get us some tea.
Oh, isn't that lovely of you? I'm going to take a rain check on that, but I must get back to the house before that Mr. Zachary Colton arrives.
You mean he's going to talk to you today?
Yes, he is, at his request, and I can't imagine what he has to ask me.
Well, I can't either.
Oh. Unless,
Unless?
Oh, I just thought maybe it has something to do with the party I had that you just mentioned.
That party? But Rachel wasn't even at that party.
No, but Mitch Blake was.
Oh, that's right, he was. I forgot that.
Possibly Mr. Colton is under the impression that I know Mitch Blake better than I did.
Yeah, that's possible, but why would he have known about the party in the first place?
Possibly some of the other guests told him about it.
You think he's questioning them?
Mac, I understand that he's questioning quite a few people.
Yeah, but that's just routine, isn't it?
Yes, of course it is.
I mean, I don't remember anything at all out of the ordinary that happened at that party. Of course, it's a little vague. It was several weeks ago.
And you have just quite a few things on your mind right now.
And also, there's that other party you gave, the one when, you know, Rachel was in New York, too.
Yes, in fact, don't you remember about that when we were alone that night? That's when Taylor had to cancel at the last minute.
Yeah, but tell me about the party Mitch was at. Who else was there?
Oh, that was quite an affair I had that evening. Taylor was there that night, and he brought Gwen, and Amy was there, was Brad, and...
Oh, now. I remember. Didn't Mitch have to leave in the middle of the party because of some kind of problem at his club?
Yes, he did leave that evening.
But I still don't see why Zachary is interested in it. Do you?
No, I absolutely do not either. But I promise you, I'll only have very good things to say about my friends.
I'm sure. Thank you. I can't get over it.
What?
This feeling I always have after we make love.
Is it a good feeling?
Never had it before.
Oh, yeah, you said you never stayed overnight before.
Don't make it seem like nothing, Blaine.
I'm sorry.
I sense that it's important. It's only... I don't know what to make of it.
A feeling's a feeling. You don't have to make anything of it.
Yeah, except that these feelings are brand new to me.
Then they should make you happy.
They do.
Well, then why do you look like you're afraid of getting hurt or something?
Maybe I'm not sure that you share these same feelings for me.
But I do. I've told you 1,000,000 times I'm crazy about you.
You really are.
Yes, I really am.
Baby, this is too good to be true. It kills me, but I gotta get rest and go down to the arena early today.
Oh, no,
I'm
George.
sorry. Some very important people coming in tonight.
We have important people coming in every night.
Well, I have to spend extra time and take special care with Zachary Colton. He's coming up for election in a few weeks for DA.
Well, what makes you think he's going to win?
If he keeps getting his name in the headlines the way he has been lately, he'll win big.
So you want to stay on his good side, huh?
Exactly.
Maybe I should be especially nice to him from now on, too, huh?
You just stay the way you are. And I won't complain. And neither will he.
How am I doing? Am I doing okay? I mean, generally speaking.
You're doing a great job, Blaine. And now, I really have to get out of here.
If I'm doing so well, why do I hate myself?
Take care of the manuscript in this afternoon, Miss.
All right, is there anything else that's urgent?
Well, the rest is really just routine correspondence, and here's a list of the letters that have already been taken care of.
Very good. Oh, I thank you, Liz. You've been a tremendous help to me.
Well, this is a time of true crisis for Corey Publishing. We all have to pull together to keep the ship afloat, so to speak.
Yes, that's true. But the investigation into the shooting should be over soon, don't you think?
Oh, but it's so hard on Rachel. I mean, it could cause a miscarriage, you know, if the investigation into Mitch Blake's shooting is dragged on and on and on.
That would break Mac's heart. He wants that baby so badly.
Yes, it's a terrible thing.
Well, we'll just have to hope that she pulls through it.
And then there's that ordeal Tracy's going through.
Well, what ordeal is that?
Well, I mean, you know how close she and Mitch Blake were?
Well, I gather they were friends.
And now she has to open at his supper club as if nothing were wrong.
You know, I wonder if she can make the audience forget.
Well, I don't envy her. Some people just go because of publicity.
Well, if I know Tracy, she'll put on a great show in spite of it all, Liz.
Well, I intend to be there, and my whole family's going to be there. We're going to give her our moral support.
Jamie.
Hello, Cecile. Liz, how was everything?
Well, pretty well under the circumstances.
You can have your desk back now if you'd like it, Jamie.
No, you just finish whatever it is you were working on there.
Well, I'll just get my things together.
How is Rachel? How are she and Mac holding up?
Well, Mac's all right. I'm not so sure about Mom.
Is Pat still out at the house?
Oh, that's right. She was visiting when you were out there.
Yes, I guess we both must have had the same idea.
Well, I want you to know that Mom appreciates both your visits.
But is Pat still out there?
No, just Grandma. You see, Mom was so upset she didn't feel like having anybody else around. I didn't even stay myself.
Ada's going to be able to comfort your mother, dear.
Liz, do you have anything that needs my immediate okay?
Well, yes, actually, there are these contracts that I think you should take a look at. And then there's these production estimates, the sales manager.
Well, I'm glad you came over.
Yes, I have some spreads for the next issue of Bravo. I thought you might like to take a look at them before we set type.
Good, I'd love to. Maybe we can even talk Pat into looking them over, too. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes, if she wouldn't mind.
Well, the two most important Bravo girls in the world. I sure would like to get you two back working together again, you know.
So as I was telling Cecile, Tracy is
What
not
did you
very-
say about me?
Oh, I wasn't talking about you, dear. I was talking about Tracy's opening night.
Liz, on these production estimates, would you call Mark and ask if he can get together with me at his convenience?
Oh, yes, I'll get right on
Oh,
that
and also
now.
I'd like to borrow the Baxter manuscript from Philip. I can read it tonight and have it back to him first thing in the morning.
Jamie, you haven't let me finish telling you about Tracy.
I didn't realize there was more, Liz.
Well, yes, I was hoping you wouldn't take any work home tonight because I wanted you to join our group at the supper club. I was inviting you too, Cecile.
Oh, well,
Yeah, Liz, I'd love to go, but I'm just a little too worried about Mom,
I understand, dear.
Thank you.
I don't think that I can go either, Liz.
Not even to give me a little moral support?
Now, I thought Tracy was the one who needed moral support.
Well, I need some, too. After all, Philip Lyons is going to be part of that party.
Wasn't Philip a good friend of Tracy's?
Pat is going to be there, and I want to keep that man away from her.
Why, Liz? I mean, Philip likes Pat. I'm sorry, I don't see anything wrong with that.
You're not a woman.
What difference does that make?
Well, women have a sort of radar about certain kinds of men, and Philip Lyons is that kind of man.
Jamie, I was just thinking, you really shouldn't be alone tonight.
Well, thank you, but I just don't feel like going to another nightclub opening either.
Well, then why don't you come to my place? I'll cook us a simple supper, then we could have a quiet, relaxed evening together.
I think that's an excellent idea.
You know, just this once, I happen to agree with you, Liz.
Does that mean that you'll come?
I'd like to very much, thank you.
I'll give Tracy your best wishes.
Oh, please do, Liz, and I'll send some flowers.
Okay. Oh, I just remembered something odd I was going to tell you.
What's that?
Well, I got a call earlier from Zachary Colton, the acting district attorney.
What did he want?
He wanted to know how he could reach Donald Tanner.
The author of Harry Must Die?
Don't you think it's peculiar that he wants Donald Tanner's number?
Oh.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Have a hard day?
No, not really. Just kind of worried about Rachel. Anything new over there?
No, it's no news to report.
You did go over today, did you?
Yep. I just got back.
So did you tell her that Larry said that Colton is interested in that book, Harry Must Die?
No.
Why?
Because I just couldn't load anything more on her, Charlie. I mean, she's got enough of them.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, what's on your mind? What are you thinking about?
Well, I was thinking that Larry has said that Colton is very thorough, right?
Yeah, right.
And that he found a copy of the book in Mitch's motel room.
Yeah, it was on his dresser.
Do you think he can make anything out of that?
Well, it's just a book, Charlie. I mean, it has nothing to do with Mitch's death.
Yeah, okay. That's exactly what I was thinking. So I don't think there's any reason to mention it to Rachel.
No, I don't want to worry her anymore.
Don't? Did Larry seem to think it was funny that Colton was interested in that book?
Well, I don't know, but he, when he told me about it, he wondered why what was the matter with me.
What did you tell him?
Well, I told him to forget that I ever asked him any questions about the investigation.
He let it go at that?
Well, he had to. I mean, I got out of there as fast as I could.
Do you think that he is still curious about why you reacted the way you did?
Well, he's the least of our worries, you know? I mean, it's his boss that we have to be careful of.
Okay. Well. Oh, Mr. Colton.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Hobson.
Come in.
Thank you. Well, Mrs. Hobson.
Hello,
Nice to
Mr.
see you
Colton.
again. I was just passing through, found myself in the neighborhood, thought I'd drop in and see how you folks were getting along.
We're just fine, thank you.
Well, I haven't seen you since the night of the shooting, and I was concerned.
Oh, thank you very much for your concern. Can I get something?
No, thank you. I would like just to sit for a moment if I could.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. Must say, this whole business is really getting to me.
Well, then you must know how Rachel feels.
Yes, I can imagine how she feels.
Then why don't you put an end to it?
Well, I hope to. Just as soon as I can get a few more missing pieces of the puzzle together.
Was that why you came over here? You think that we can help you out that way?
Well, there is a little something I'm curious about. Your daughter's reason for going down to St. Croix for following a Mitch Blake. I wonder if you could throw a little light on that.
Well, she was trying to find out where Mac Corey had taken his wife.
Yeah? And that's all there is to it.
Well, that's enough, isn't it? I mean, Rachel suspected Mac's wife of poisoning him. She knew that Mitch Blake was the only person who could lead her to him.
Is there any question in your mind about that, Mr. Colton?
Well, there are always questions, Mr. Hobson, until they get answered.
Well, it seems to me you got a lot of answers. You must be just about running out of questions.
Not quite yet, unfortunately. Well, I guess maybe I better be moving on. I'm a little bit behind schedule, so thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
All right. And have a good evening. Huh?
Thank you. Same to you. What the heck was that all about?
I don't know, Charlie, but I'm scared. I'm going to call Brian Bancroft.
What are you going to tell him?
Well, I'm going to tell him that Zachary Colton was here snooping around, and I don't like it. Hello, who's this?
Jerry Grove. Who's this?
Oh, Jerry Zeta Hobson. I didn't know you started your job there already.
Yeah, I'm working as Brian's law clerk. I just started this week.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thanks, Ada. I guess you want to speak to Brian, don't you?
Yeah, please.
Look, he's out of the office at the moment, but he should be back shortly. Shall I have him give you a call?
Well, no, I should see him, Jerry. I mean, it's pretty serious.
All right, Ada. I'll tell him.
What's wrong?
I just hate it when you go, Jordan.
Not half as much as I do. That negligee looks great on you.
Thank you. But you're spoiling me.
You complaining?
No.
Good. The presents aren't going to stop coming. Ever.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to get used to being spoiled then, huh?
Right. I better get down to the arena.
Okay.
I'll see you there later, okay?
Yeah.
Goodbye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Can I come in?
I'm sorry, of course. Please do.
I just saw Jordan Scott leaving the apartment.
Yeah, he was just here. Could I get you something to drink?
No, that's okay. I would like to have a little visit with you, though.
Okay, sure. I finally found that sweater that Jerry was looking for.
Yeah, that's the one you gave him for his birthday, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll have to give it back to him. I know he wants it pretty badly.
Whenever you want to.
Well, don't you think you'll be needing it now that the weather's getting cooler?
He has plenty of other sweaters.
Such a nice sweater. I spent almost a whole morning shopping for it.
Take your time returning it to him, honey. And I'm not going to tell him you have it if you don't want me to.
So, how you feeling? Better than this afternoon, I hope.
Now that I'm here, I feel 100% better. No, 1,000.
Oh, good. I want you to. Here you are.
Thank you.
So how about Rachel? Did you get a chance to see her again this afternoon?
I decided not to. I figured she wasn't up to any visitors.
Well, this investigation can't go on much longer, can it?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, you know, Mitch Blake's death was an accident, as everybody knows.
Well, then how come they don't just drop the whole thing?
Oh, I don't know. This Zachary Colton guy, he's heading the case. Well, he's running for district attorney in November, and I just figure he's trying to get political mileage out of it.
Well, he's certainly making a lot of newspaper headlines.
Yeah, well, it's just so much free publicity for... Ow.
Jamie, what's the matter?
I don't know. It's probably the tension.
Oh.
You know...
Well, we can take care of that.
What, you have a cure?
Mm-hmm. That is, if you'll cooperate. Come here. Sit down. Now, show me where it hurts.
Right in here.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, relax.
All right. Oh.
Look, am I making it feel better?
What does it sound like?
Well, I'm just getting started.
Oh, you're really good at that.
Come on, don't talk. Just let yourself go.
Okay.
You know, you've got so much on your mind these days. That's why you're tense. But you can relax with me, Jamie. You don't have any problems here. Beginning to feel better?
My neck doesn't hurt anymore.
What about the rest of you?
I feel good all over.
And now, the next part of Another World.
Sorry. Let me see. Yeah, we got a little time before Dad and Aunt Liz come.
Well, I was a little early.
Well, that's good. May I offer you a drink? I'm not going to have anything.
Look, Pat, if it bothers you, I won't have
It
one either.
doesn't bother me. How about a glass of wine?
Terrific.
Oh, I'm so glad you were able to accept Tracy's invitation. It means so much to her. Have her friends with her on opening night.
Yes, I know. I thought about that. But then again, I've got a little confession to make to you.
What's that?
I mean, I did want to see Tracy. But the real reason I came is because I wanted to see you.
Philip, what a nice thing to say.
Well, it's the truth. You know, I've hardly seen anything of you since your vacation.
Yeah, I know. And now that this Brava situation is over, I suppose we won't have many more opportunities.
No? I wouldn't count on that.
No?
Cheers.
On second thought, Philip, I think I'll join you. Just for one glass.
Pat, I heard that you ran into Cecile when you were over at Mac and Rachel's today.
Oh, my goodness. Did she mention that to you?
Yeah, she did. She also thinks that the reason you went to see him is because you wanted to undermine her with him.
Oh, that is so ridiculous. Philip, did you come over here early so that you could talk to me about Brava?
Oh, not at all.
No. Well, then you won't mind if we drop the subject.
Okay, but just let me ask you one more question.
Ah, all right, Philip. One more question.
Pat, when you did see Mac today, did he say anything about wanting to have you come back to the magazine?
Yes. He looked at us and he said how great he would feel if we both started working together again.
Well, why don't you try to make it happen?
Philip, you know the answer to that question.
No, wait, you're in terrific shape since you've been back from your vacation. Pat, reconsider it.
No, but it's a big campaign on your part to get me to come back, right? The dinner date, the
No, wait a
massage,
minute. None of those things have anything to do with my wanting you to come back to Brava.
No?
No, I still want to see you. For many reasons. You're a beautiful woman. You're intelligent. And even if you told me flatly that you'd never come back to Brava, I'd still want to go on seeing you. What's the matter? Don't you believe me?
If you tell me it's true, Philip, I believe you. Excuse me. Hi, Dad.
Oh.
Philip is here already, so we can leave.
Oh, you look absolutely wonderful, darling.
Yes, thank you. So
Oh,
do
what
you.
a beautiful corsage.
Thank you. Philip gave it to me.
Oh. Hello, Philip.
Hello, Liz.
Oh, I'll get my wrap.
Do you think we'll have dinner before the show?
Hurry.
Let's be on our way then.
And now, the next part of Another World.
Let me see. Yeah, we got a little time before Dad and Aunt Liz come.
Well, I was a little early.
Well, that's good. May I offer you a drink? I'm not going to have anything.
Look, Pat, if it bothers you, I won't have
It
one either.
doesn't bother me. How about a glass of wine?
Terrific.
Oh, I'm so glad you were able to accept Tracy's invitation. It means so much to her. Have her friends with her on opening night.
Yes, I know. I thought about that. But then again, I've got a little confession to make to you.
What's that?
I mean, I did want to see Tracy. But the real reason I came is because I wanted to see you.
Philip, what a nice thing to say.
Well, it's the truth. You know, I've hardly seen anything of you since your vacation.
Yeah, I know. And now that this Brava situation is over, I suppose we won't have many more opportunities.
No? I wouldn't count on that.
No?
Cheers.
On second thought, Philip, I think I'll join you. Just for one glass.
Pat, I heard that you ran into Cecile when you were over at Mac and Rachel's today.
Oh, my goodness. Did she mention that to you?
Yeah, she did. She also thinks that the reason you went to see him is because you wanted to undermine her with him.
Oh, that is so ridiculous. Philip, did you come over here early so that you could talk to me about Brava?
Oh, not at all.
No. Well, then you won't mind if we drop the subject.
Okay, but just let me ask you one more question.
Ah, all right, Philip. One more question.
Pat, when you did see Mac today, did he say anything about wanting to have you come back to the magazine?
Yes. He looked at us and he said how great he would feel if we both started working together again.
Well, why don't you try to make it happen?
Philip, you know the answer to that question.
No, wait, you're in terrific shape since you've been back from your vacation. Pat, reconsider it.
No, but there's a big campaign on your part to get me to come back, right? The dinner date, the
No, wait a
massage,
minute. None of those things have anything to do with my wanting you to come back to Brava.
No?
No, I still want to see you. For many reasons. You're a beautiful woman. You're intelligent. And even if you told me flatly that you'd never come back to Brava, I'd still want to go on seeing you. What's the matter? Don't you believe me?
If you tell me it's true, Philip, I believe you. Excuse me. Hi, Dad.
Oh.
Philip is here already, so we can leave.
Oh, you look absolutely wonderful, darling.
Yes, thank you. So
Oh,
do
what
you.
a beautiful corsage.
Thank you. Philip gave it to me.
Oh. Hello, Philip.
Hello, Liz.
Oh, I'll get my wrap.
Do you think we'll have dinner before the show?
Hurry.
Let's be on our way then.
And now, the next part of Another World.
Let me see. Yeah, we got a little time before Dad and Aunt Liz come.
Well, I was a little early.
Well, that's good. May I offer you a drink? I'm not going to have anything.
Look, Pat, if it bothers you, I won't have
It
one either.
doesn't bother me. How about a glass of wine?
Terrific.
Oh, I'm so glad you were able to accept Tracy's invitation. It means so much to her. Have her friends with her on opening night.
Yes, I know. I thought about that. But then again, I've got a little confession to make to you.
What's that?
I mean, I did want to see Tracy. But the real reason I came is because I wanted to see you.
Philip, what a nice thing to say.
Well, it's the truth. You know, I've hardly seen anything of you since your vacation.
Yeah, I know. And now that this Brava situation is over, I suppose we won't have many more opportunities.
No? I wouldn't count on that.
No?
Cheers.
On second thought, Philip, I think I'll join you. Just for one glass.
Pat, I heard that you ran into Cecile when you were over at Mac and Rachel's today.
Oh, my goodness. Did she mention that to you?
Yes, she did. She also thinks that the reason you went to see him is because you wanted to undermine her with him.
Oh, that is so ridiculous. Philip, did you come over here early so that you could talk to me about Brava?
Oh, not at all.
No. Well, then you won't mind if we drop the subject.
Okay, but just let me ask you one more question.
Ah, all right, Philip. One more question.
Pat, when you did see Mac today, did he say anything about wanting to have you come back to the magazine?
Yes. He looked at us and he said how great he would feel if we both started working together again.
Well, why don't you try to make it happen?
Philip, you know the answer to that question.
No, wait, you're in terrific shape since you've been back from your vacation. Pat, reconsider it.
No, but it's a big campaign on your part to get me to come back, right? The dinner date, the
No, wait a
massage,
minute. None of those things have anything to do with my wanting you to come back to Brava.
No?
No, I still want to see you. For many reasons. You're a beautiful woman. You're intelligent. And even if you told me flatly that you'd never come back to Brava, I'd still want to go on seeing you. What's the matter? Don't you believe me?
If you tell me it's true, Philip, I believe you. Excuse me. Hi, Dad.
Oh.
Philip is here already, so we can leave.
Oh, you look absolutely wonderful, darling.
Yes, thank you. So
Oh,
do
what
you.
a beautiful corsage.
Thank you. Philip gave it to me.
Oh. Hello, Philip.
Hello, Liz.
Oh, I'll get my wrap.
Do you think we'll have dinner before the show?
Hurry.
Let's be on our way then.
Dinner will be ready soon, Jamie. Sorry about the delay.
I'm not.
Neither am I, if you want to know the truth. Get us some more wine?
Great.
Boy, this evening didn't turn out exactly as we had planned, did it?
Oh, I don't know. Kind of wanted a quiet evening, which is what I got.
Good.
You've been very sweet.
I wanted to be a comfort to you, Jamie. That's really why I asked you over.
You know, I didn't feel like going to that nightclub opening as much as I liked Tracy.
You have no regrets about what happened between us, do you?
Nope. Why should I?
Well, because I'm sure it wasn't what either one of us had in mind.
Well, I think we're both adult enough to handle it.
You don't think that it's going to affect our friendship?
I don't see why it should. Do you?
No. Although, it was a little like old times.
When we were engaged.
Yes. Well, you're probably right. We shouldn't take this seriously.
It was just very nice to be with you again. I hope you feel the same way.
I do. Jamie?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say that you saw Pat at the house this afternoon?
No, but my mom said she'd been there. Why?
Well, I was just wondering how you found her.
Well, I don't know. Weren't you there the same time she was? How'd she seem to you?
Well, I think that she looked wonderful right after she returned from visiting her sister.
Yeah, but what about now?
I think the old strains are starting to show again.
Well, yeah, but she's really concerned for Mom. You know, I mean, you know, Pat takes everything to heart.
Yeah, she does.
And she's, of course, a good friend of Mom and Max.
Yes, I know that.
You think Pat's drinking again, don't you?
I hope not, Jamie. Mac wants her to come back to the office so much, and... well, you know that I do, too. But if she's gone back to her drinking...
Wait, you really think that's a possibility?
I don't know, Jamie. I mean, after all, I've certainly had no experience with alcoholics.
But you didn't think Pat looked well.
It is also felt that Mr. Colton is hoping to win the support of the well-known publisher in his bid to become Bay City's next district attorney.
As if Colton could buy Mac's support for going easy on Rachel. Is it legal to say stuff like that?
Well, I don't know, but it sure sells newspapers.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to read that junk anymore.
All right, just calm down, okay?
How can I calm down? I mean, this thing gets worse and worse.
Well, don't get nervous just because one lousy newspaper tries to start beating the drum.
Look, it's not what's in the paper, Charlie. It's what Rachel's holding back. I mean, if Colton ever finds that out, he's going to make her look guilty of murder.
Well, I think when Brian gets here, we'd better spill the whole story to him.
Look, we promised Rachel that we wouldn't tell anybody that Mitch Blake is the father of her baby.
Well, I'm afraid that the time has come to break that promise.
No. It's up to Rachel to tell Brian herself.
Yeah, well, that's beautiful. Now, what are we going to tell Brian when he gets here? You're going to tell him that you're concerned because Colton is interested in this book, Harry Must Die? He's going to want an explanation. What are you going to tell him?
I don't know.
But
I didn't think of that.
Well, you better think of it, because I think that's him now.
Brian,
Huh?
hi.
Hi, Ada. I'm sorry I couldn't get here sooner.
Hi,
Charlie.
Hi. Come in.
Well, what's with you two? Oh, I see you've been reading the late edition of the Sentinel.
Not terribly pleased with what we read.
Well, that sort of speculation will die down soon enough. What's the matter? Don't you agree with me?
Well, we don't know what to think. After Zachary Colton came here this afternoon.
Zachary Colton was here?
Yeah, and asking a whole lot of questions, too.
Oh. Well, what were they about? Rachel's motive for following Mitch to St. Croix.
Yep.
I thought so.
He seems to think that there was something going on between them.
But Rachel's told him the truth about that, and you've backed her up, so has Russ. Now, pretty soon he's going to have to believe that she never led Mitch on.
Well, what if this pressure in the newspapers keeps up?
Newspaper headlines won't give Colton a case against Rachel.
Well, he could have something else up his sleeve.
What could it be? I mean, all the facts are out in the open now. Aren't they? Is, this all you wanted to talk to me about?
Yeah.
You're sure that nothing else is bothering you?
That's enough, don't you think?
Look, we just want it to end, Brian.
Well, it's not going to end until the DA gets all the answers he's after.
Well, I thought you said that all the facts were out in the open.
Yes, the facts as I know them. But I'm becoming more and more certain that you and Rachel are keeping something from me.
Well, what could we be keeping from you?
That's what I want you to tell me. If you don't, Rachel may go to jail.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hello, Blaine. How are you?
Well, you two know each other?
Blaine and I have friends in common, don't we, Blaine?
Acquaintances, at least. Listen, I don't see the maitre d' around, so do you mind if I seat you myself?
I'd consider that an honor.
Okay, right this way.
Thank you.
There you are.
Could I get you cocktails while you're waiting for your dinner?
Yes, I would love one. What would you like? Vodka, rocks with a twist.
Yeah, all right, make that two, then. Well, it's a lively place here tonight, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And Mr. Colton, I just love it.
Zachary, please.
Zachary. All right. And of course you must call me Miranda.
Miranda, yes. That's a nice name.
Thank you very much. I think before we go any further, there's something I must know. Are you married?
Is that important to you?
If this is strictly district attorney business, no, it's not important at all. But if this is sort of a date.
Well, let's just say it's a little bit of business, a little bit of pleasure. You approve of that?
Yes, particularly the pleasure part.
All right, then we'll get along just fine. You're recently widowed.
How did you know that?
I look into these things.
I guess it's just second nature to you.
Well, you never know what you might turn up. Oh, I thought you were going to send a waitress over.
Well, I decided to give you a little bit of personal attention tonight.
Thank you.
You seem to rate very highly around here, Zachary.
Mr. Colton's going to be our next district attorney.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't won that election yet.
You will. I know you seem to know everything about everyone in Bay City, but I bet there's something about Blaine you don't know. Now, I can give you a hint.
What, Blaine? Blaine, the ex-daughter-in-law of Rachel Corey.
Ah.
Sorry, that was-
That's it.
I hope everything is settled down for you tonight.
Well, those are kind words for your ex-mother-in-law.
I'm not so sure she'd have the same kind words for me, but I only hope what's best for her. I'll send over a waiter as soon as you've had time to read your menu.
That'd be fine, thank you. She's a nice kid.
Yes, she is. I still can't imagine her being Rachel's ex-daughter-in-law.
Have you seen her lately, by the way?
Rachel?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was over there today. However, Rachel was not receiving. I did see Mac.
He's such a nice man.
Yes, he is. She's very lucky to be married to him.
You don't think he's just as lucky to be married to her?
I don't know her as well, Zachary.
You know him a lot better.
Yes, we've become very good friends.
Well, you think they're a happily married couple?
I suppose so. He's a very trusting man.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Oh, you must know much more than I do about what happened last winter in St. Croix.
No, I don't think I do.
It was a nasty business. At that time, Mac was married to another woman.
Yes, the former Janice Frank, right?
Aha, and it was her idea to poison Mac. And Mitch Blake...
Mitch Blake what?
Mitch Blake, I was just speculating on the role Mitch Blake could have played in Janice's plans.
No one ever told me that he played any role.
Oh, really? Well, I said I was just speculating.
Yeah, for someone who wasn't even in Bay City at the time, you sure seem to know an awful lot about it.
It's just what I've heard, Zachary. Maybe we should look at our menus.
Till the end, no matter what. That's why you stood by me during the last few weeks while I've been giving Max the drugs.
Yes, everything you say is true.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Another World.
Probably preoccupied, thinking about our little conversation, were you?
What were we talking about? I've lost track.
We were talking about the Corey's marriage.
Oh, yes, and I said I suppose they were very happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you also said something about Mac Corey being a very trusting man.
I think he is.
Why do you say that?
With this business of Mitch Blake hanging over his head, he would have to be trusted.
It's a funny way to put that.
Why is that funny?
Well, anyone else might have said the trouble with Mitch Blake hanging over Rachel Corey's head.
It all comes down to the same thing, doesn't it?
You tell me.
Oh, you are really a persistent district attorney, aren't you?
I just get the feeling that you could tell me a whole different story than the ones I've been hearing about the Corey's marriage.
What have you been hearing?
Well, I mean, tales of marital bliss. No one even giving a hint that either one of the Coreys might have been involved with anyone else.
That's all you've heard?
Mm-hmm. Up to now.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I have said absolutely nothing to contradict those tales of marital bliss.
Now, you did say something about the trouble with Mitch Blake hanging over the trusting Mac Corey's head.
Did I?
You know you did. Obviously, you're not going to elaborate on it, so.
It seemed like gossip.
And you never gossip.
Never. Hardly. No.
No, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, it often is, yes.
What if it weren't a waste of time, Miranda? I mean, what if there were something in it for you? What if you could get something for a little piece of gossip that you might have?
Zachary, what in the world could I ever get from any gossip I might have?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I have to think of something, but there must be something.
Oh, I doubt it.
Well, we'll talk again, Miranda, and then maybe something will occur to you that you think just might be of interest to me.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.